Hello, you wonderful, lovely lot. It's Mike back with a fan cam discussing last night's game between Man United and West Ham, which finished 1-1. And a really good point, I think. I was really happy with that. So let's discuss that together. For the game, I was not looking forward to it. I thought we were going to get pumped. And when the starting 11 came out, mixed thoughts really. The back line was unchanged, which I was really pleased with. Obviously, there's no need to change Areola because he's been doing really well. Midfield, really pleased to see Magassa in there again. Obviously, Potts is really, creating a situation for himself where he's a bit undroppable. So good to see him back in there. Fernandez, 3 youngsters in there. Obviously, we can't do much on the left wing was a bit of an issue, or left forward, or whatever you want to call it, because obviously Somerville's injured and something happened to Guilherme, whether he's injured as well or fallen out of favour, I don't know. Shame really, because he's had minutes in the last few games, isn't he? So that was a bit of a shame, but maybe a injury or something going on there. But yeah, so no Guilherme either, which left Nuno with a little bit of a problem to solve. Obviously, Wilson up front, Bowen was in there. So Souček was drafted in. So before the game, obviously, I'm looking at thinking, oh no, Souček in the middle of the park. I kind of figured that it was going to be like Bowen on the right, Wilson up top, Fernandez on the left, and Souček in the middle somewhere, whether it was there's a 6 or a 10 sort of support striker type situation, I didn't know. So I was a little bit deflated by that. I thought, oh God, we're going to get pumped here. And the game started, and I spent the first little while trying to work out who was playing where. So as it turned out, if I've watched the game correctly, it looked like Souček was on the right actually. Bowen was playing more as a 10, or again a support striker, whichever way you want to look at it. And Fernandez was on the left, I suppose. But I thought we played well. I thought it was the first 20 minutes. Really pleased. The effort, I've got to say, the effort and commitment, tenacity. Why couldn't we have that against Liverpool? If we'd have had that against Liverpool, that would have been a different game altogether. But I was really pleased to see it. I thought Potts was snapping into tackles really well. Magassa, obviously we'll talk about him properly in a minute, but I thought he was really good. And yeah, first 20, I thought 25 maybe, I thought we were looking really good. I thought we played well for the majority of the game, if I'm totally honest. Man United grew into it, and obviously they scored their goal, which was a bit fortunate. I think Fernandez has gone in to try and nick the ball, and it's sort of ricocheted, and it's come over to their player in the middle of the park, and he's controlled it well, and he's finished it well. It's a good finish from him. Can't take that away from him. But a lucky deflection to get there. Really sort of caught everyone a bit flat-footed, but I don't think anyone was really to blame for that. I mean, yes, we could have done better, but I wouldn't sort of be pointing any fingers at anyone. I think that was a bit of a fortunate situation for them to find themselves in, and obviously they was 1-0 up. But I think we've done really well. Really, I thought Wan-Bissaka first half was unreal. He loves going back up to Old Trafford, then proving them wrong. Should have sold me. But yeah, so and then second half, we battled, we rallied, we played well, I thought. I mean, it's difficult to control a game for 90 minutes anyway, because it just doesn't work like that. It will always ebb and flow unless you are playing a team who's completely in a different plane to you. But I thought we had really good moments again in the game, and right near the death. I think it was the 80th minute. I think we made some substitutions, and again I thought, why is Irving going on? Oh no! It was good to see Kante get on the pitch. I was pleased about that. But he makes a double substitution. I mean, really, I was sort of, I really wanted I really want to see Earthy play. It was great. Just on the starting 11, I missed out the subs, but wasn't it great to see so many youngsters on the bench again? We had Earthy, Kante, Marshall was there, and Mayers was there again. Really good to see the youth given a chance. I mean, there's no Rodriguez there. There was no Igor there. Senior players that you would expect to just be on the bench if they're not in the starting 11. So that was great. I mean, I don't know if there's any problems or whatever, but loving seeing some of the kids getting on. And again, obviously, Kante got an appearance. That was his debut off the bench. So that was, really good to see this. Nuno's doing a really good job there in that regard, I think. Irving, I was like, oh no, what's he coming on for? And then he puts in a cracking cross. What do I know? Puts in a cracking cross. Bowen gets something on it. Nearly scores himself, actually. And then obviously Magassa puts the ball in the back of the net. So that was a great finish, really. Composed as well, waited for movement and then finished. Really good finish. Before that, he'd been on a little bit of a run and hit the side netting, but it was a good effort, really good effort. But yeah, great point, I think. I mean, let's look at it as it is. You can spin statistics as you want, but ultimately, in the last 5 games, we've only lost once. That's not bad. I know when still in the relegation places at the moment, I know it's not fantastic, but at the end of the day, 1 loss in 5 is decent, with some wins in there as well. Obviously, we've got a game at the weekend against Brighton, I think, and you go into that with confidence. Old Trafford, look, Man United aren't the Man United of old, absolutely, but ultimately at the end of the day, they're still a good side and they've still got some really good players. Fernandes is a great player as well. Luke Shaw's still a good player. They've got some decent players in there. So, and it's still a difficult place to go. What support we had last night. That was fantastic. I heard the West Ham away support all game. Absolutely brilliant. And if any of you was there last night, well played to you. Honestly, that was phenomenal support. Absolutely unreal. Brilliant. Well played on everyone. And that that spurred the boys on. The boys spurred the crowd on. So on and so forth. Brilliant. We have got the best away support, I think. I know, biased to say that, but I really do think we do. But yeah, so really pleased with that. Like I say, I wish we had the same tenacity and an effort that against Liverpool, but we didn't. Let's hope we can carry this into Brighton, because if we can get something out of that, definitely. Obviously we need a win. We need wins on the board to get more points. But if we can continue not losing, I know it's not fantastic, but if we can get a point against Brighton, I think it's a good result. I'd love to get 3 points, obviously, but Brighton are a good side, so let's not kid ourselves. But yeah, no, fantastic. Just quickly go through the players. Thought Areola was decent. I don't think he really had much to do, to be honest with you. Wan-Bissaka, I thought, was phenomenal. I thought he was brilliant yesterday. Mavropanos was good. Todibo was, again, he is a different player. I don't know what Nuno's done to him, but he is a completely different player. Looked fantastic yesterday. Diouf, I thought, was ropey. I can't remember what the lad who looks like he's about 12 plays Man United on the right wing. He gave him a bit of a roasting, didn't he? But yeah, Diouf needs to learn from these, really. But hopefully he does. He's only young, isn't he? I thought Potts was brilliant. I thought Potts was outstanding yesterday. Again, Fernandes was great again yesterday. Magassa was unreal. Great composed finish. Really put himself about. Made some brilliant tackles. He is Analytics United. They were talking about Magassa in the summer before we signed him. I'm sure it was. They were saying that he was one player that they would like us to see us sign. So they've seen something in him. It's coming now. It must be difficult for youngsters. Come to a new country, new league. The Premier League is not nothing else. We know that. So he's doing a really good job and he's adapting. He could be some player. We really could have some player there. But yeah, he was unreal. Souček, I thought, done a decent job considering he's not really a right winger. But yeah, I thought he wasn't great, but he is limited. But we know that. But he still put an effort. Still put a shift in, a really good effort. So you know, well played to him from that point of view. Wilson did as much as he could. I don't think he was fantastic, but at the same time, he did what he could do. I thought Bowen was much better last night. Much better. Much closer to the goal. I don't know if that was tactical or it was positional change made a difference. I don't know. But he put in a lot of effort, Bowen. You know, quite rightly got criticised for his leadership skills in the last game. And he's not been great in the last few games either. But he put a shift in yesterday. He always puts a shift in, but he really gave it beans. Can you hear this weather? It's rubbish, isn't it? Really good effort from him, and I thought he was unlucky not to get a goal. I think they classed that as an assist yesterday. So if that's the case, then that's great. But yeah, I thought he was much better yesterday. Not man of the match, but much better, and I like what I saw. And then obviously only not long on the clock for Irvin or Kante, but Kante seemed, in the time that he had, seemed all right, seemed decent enough, and it'd be nice to see a bit more of him if we can, to be honest with you. And then obviously Kilman come on the back, didn't really do much, but brilliant. Really pleased with that. I enjoyed the game, really enjoyed it. I thought we played really well. Technically, you know, there was some bits that we didn't do, but I thought in parts we controlled the game really well. And like I said, Man United's an hard place to go still. It's still not easy. If they'd have won, I think they'd have been 4th or 5th, you know. So great result, great point, and let's carry that on to the next game, I hope, where like I say, hopefully we'll get something out of it. So there we are. So that was my thoughts on it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please drop a like on it. If you haven't already subscribed, please do that. Really makes a big difference, so you get to find out what's going on with the boys as well. If you've got any hype and you want to do that, it's close to the end of the week now, so maybe you haven't. If you want to do that, and obviously as the guys talk about quite often, if you've ever thought about becoming a patron, well worth doing. It is a great place where you can get so much more really good content. You know, you can get it from 360, so it's well worth it, well worth doing. But yeah, anyway, thanks for listening. Really enjoyed that last night. Let's see what we can do at the weekend. Come on, you Irons.